Okay, so we have a video from Johnny Cage, regular with the propaganda, and apparently he's done a reaction to my video that is gonna blow me out of the water or make me look really stupid. So let's see. I like how he didn't tag me in it, by the way.
Update from the front lines of Ukraine, everyone. We're now seeing what appears to be the.
In your video, you state that the Challenger 2 that the Russians are prompting and stating is a big deal. Well, it's nothing at all. It's nothing to worry about. I don't know why it is that they're making it seem as though it's more than what it is. Although, what is
That's not what I said. What I said was the Russians called it a wonder weapon, and then claimed that U.S. sources were calling it a wonder weapon, and that Western sources were calling it a wonder weapon. No Western media source has been recorded as saying that the Challenger or the Abrams or the Leopard were wonder weapons. So if you're going to call me out, at least say it right or get the information correct. I never said that it wasn't a big deal at all. It sucks that a tank got blown up, but what I said was it's not a wonder weapon, and that the Russians are making it the fuck up and saying that Western sources said it was a wonder weapon.
is really a big deal is that half of the Leopards, give or take a few, that have been sent to Ukraine have been destroyed.
Half of the Leopards, you say? Really? Let's fact check that. So here we have Oryx. They're a great fucking website. They document pretty much everything that's been destroyed in the Russian-Ukrainian war. They use photo verification, video verification, geolocation, and date timestamping, everything. They don't double post anything. They make sure that every single individual vehicle is documented properly and not double posted. They have also been keeping track of NATO vehicles lost. Now let's scroll down to tanks. So far, one Challenger 2 has been destroyed. Okay. Then we have one, two, three destroyed Leopard 2A6s. And we have three destroyed Leopard 2A4s. So we've got a total of six destroyed Leopards. Now let's check how many Leopards were sent to Ukraine in total. So if we go to this Forbes article titled More Leopard 2 Tanks, um, 85 Leopard 2s. 85 Leopard 2s in total. Granted, some of them won't arrive, but 71 are already there. So let's do some math. Um, so we're gonna do 6, the number that was destroyed, divided by 71, the number that we know are there in total. Now, if your math is correct, we should get half. Odd. Not even 9%. Hey, where do you get this shit?
And that the amount destroyed is more than what some of the nations in Europe have altogether. That's a pretty big deal. But wasn't it you?
What's your point? Some countries can offer more than other countries. That may, what is your point?
That said this in one of your videos?
Okay, so some of you may have already seen this. Uh,
Yeah, so this is my entire video that you just re-uploaded. This is me explaining that the U.S. bought a tank, a T90, for testing. I don't get what your point is here. All I was pointing out was that they bought a tank for testing. We already know what the capabilities of this tank are, but they probably just want to see if the Russians had anything else. It's like, here's the reason why the Challenger 2 is not as big of a deal as a T90, but the T90 is still probably not that big of a deal. The Challenger 2, Ukrainians got is an export variant, just like the Abrams. If the Russians got a hold of an Abrams from Iraq or any other country, or Egypt, like any other country that has an Abrams, it's an export Abrams. It doesn't have the same armor. It doesn't have the same capability. It doesn't have the same optics. It doesn't have a lot of the stuff. It's not that big of a deal. So if the Russians manage to get to the Challenger and they manage to somehow haul it all the way back, not that big of a deal. Because we're not giving Ukraine our top of the line gear for that stuff, because that's our stuff. That's our secrets.
Today we got word that.
But for a T-90, that's Russia's top of the line stuff that they themselves are using. It's not an export T-90 with different capabilities. It's their own variant. So we get to see what they actually have, and if it's true what they're saying. We get to have them put their money where their mouth is, essentially. We already probably know the capabilities of T-90, so I would argue that it's not a big deal. Just like the other ones aren't that big of a deal. But I don't know if what you tried to get with some sort of gotcha moment with this video. This is literally me just saying what happened. I wasn't making a claim in this video. I wasn't doing anything. I just explained what happened. And then I love how you talk about how you can't wait to see me get demolished in your comment section. But your comment section is always just full of you liking comments of people openly wishing for my death and openly sending me death threats. And every time you post a video about me, I usually get people in my message requests sending me death threats, and you're okay with that. Because that's appropriate in your eyes. Real great audience you got there. I don't know what you thought you were accomplishing with this video, but you didn't do it.